Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It means so much. So it's just the day before Christmas by the time this video is going to be uploaded, but the day before Christmas Eve is when I filmed this video, so it's pretty early on Christmas Eve right now. I wanted to go ahead and get this video out there for you guys to hopefully motivate you before Christmas comes. And if you're really busy all day Christmas Eve and you don't have time to watch this video, then don't be discouraged. Please keep watching. I'm sure it will motivate you because, as we all know, after Christmas Eve and Christmas, our house can tend to be quite a mess. So hopefully this will give you the extra motivation you'll need to tidy up your home either before Christmas or after. But without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So the first thing that I like to do every morning is make a cup of coffee. Now I also drink water before I drink my cup of coffee just because that really helps wake me up. Sometimes I'll even wait like 30 minutes or an hour after I wake up to drink my coffee and I'll just sip on my water. But yeah, that's always the first thing I like to do, and I will link this espresso maker in the description box below. We used to have an espresso. Someone gifted it to us and it was such an incredible blessing to receive, but the Nespresso pods are just so expensive, and so I actually came to like my espresso this way much better. Anyways, it just tastes a lot more rich to me and it gives me tons of energy. So I love making my coffee this way. It's just so yummy. And then once my coffee is all made, I like to go ahead and sit down with my bunny. My husband got a bunny for me and she is so precious. I've always wanted a dog, and over the years I've always asked my husband for a dog, but my husband, he's just not a huge animal person. I mean, he's such a wonderful guy. I love him so much, but not everybody is as into animals as some people. And so for him to have an indoor dog, he could never wrap his mind around that. But a bunny, somehow I convinced him to get me a bunny, and she's great because I do potty train her, but I'm going to do a whole video talking all about her, so stay tuned for that. But basically what I like to do is I like to just let her out for 4 hours in the morning because bunnies like to get their exercise early in the morning, and she is potty trained, so I don't have to worry about her pooping and peeing on the carpet. She just goes in her litter box. But while she plays, I read my Bible and I like to pray. This actually really helps give me energy throughout the day to get things done. So you may not have 4 hours in the morning. You may, I wake up at 6 o'clock, and so 6 to 10 are like my time where I'm going to be spending with the Lord. That's one of my goals for the new year. But if all you have is 30 minutes or an hour, you'll be surprised by dedicating that first 30 minutes or an hour to the Lord in the morning, just reading the word or praying, how much He will bless the rest of your day because of it. And even when you have time throughout the day, that's something I really want to get into the habit of doing, is if I have 10 minutes here, 30 minutes there, to really sit down and spend time with the Lord and not waste time on my phone, which is what I normally do. I'm just being transparent. But yeah, I would just suggest to sit down, read a good book, or read the word, or journal. Just take some time for you right now and before you get to being a busy little bee. I'm sorry, it is raining outside, so if you hear some background noise, that's what it is. But once I was all done spending time with the Lord, I went ahead and I started tidying up my house and prepping for Christmas Eve and Christmas by first lighting my Christmas tree, of course, and also playing some music. My husband bought this record player for me as one of my Christmas presents, so that way I can have Christmas music to play throughout the Christmas season, and so I have been really enjoying this. I'm going to put some Bing Crosby in. The first space that I typically always like to start in when I am cleaning my house or tidying it up just in general is the kitchen. So we're going to start in here first. And what I'm going to do for you guys is leave a step-by-step guide in the description box below with the order in which I cleaned everything, just in case you're wanting to just look at a list. And that's what I would recommend for you to do first. Sit down and just type up a list on your phone or on a piece of paper. You can write it out of everything you want to get done, and that will help you to free your mind up to just think about other things and enjoy, just cleaning your house and getting it ready for Christmas. Or if you're watching this after Christmas, tidying your house up from Christmas. The first thing I'm going to do is load up the dishwasher. Now it's pretty full right now, but there's still some space in there to put some dirty dishes in. So I'm going to just finish loading up the dishwasher, and I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And then I'm going to go ahead and wash the rest of the dishes by hand that wouldn't fit in the dishwasher. And I'm going to place them on my drying mat, and then I'm going to dry them and put them away. That way there's no dishes out on the counter. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and tidy everything up. I'm going to just put everything that's out on the counters and on the dining room table, since it's right by the kitchen, back in its proper place. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scrub the counters. Now, I haven't done this throughout the month of December just because we've been so busy, so the counters are they need a good scrub down. So what I do is I just spray some of my homemade all-purpose spray all over the counters, and then I take some dish soap with the scrubbing pad and I scrub over the counters really well, and then I wipe it all down with a hot rag. And I'm going to do that for all of the countertops in the kitchen. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and throw out the old sponge and replace it with a new sponge, and I'm going to be doing different little things like that throughout the day, I like to call holiday prep, I guess. And then I'm going to go ahead and scrub my sink just with a sponge and some soap, and then I'm going to spray it with some Clorox bleach. I really try not to use bleach, but with this sink, that's the only thing that can get the stains out, and it stains pretty easy, so I just like to spray it once a week and let it sit there, and then I boil some really hot water and I pour that over the sink and down the drain, and I like to do that, like I said, about once a week just to keep my sink clean and my drain nice and clean. And now I'm going to just wipe down our Berkey and our refrigerator as well as our double ovens. Now, a few nights ago, I set my double oven on self-cleaning mode, and so I just have to wipe down the inside of it. But if you haven't done that, I would just recommend for you to do that now. Go ahead and clean your oven because you're going to be using it a lot even through the New Year's, so that's just a little tip. Now I also went ahead and moved the bar stools that normally tuck into the island back away from the island because I am planning on sweeping and mopping the kitchen at the end of the day. And then I just wiped down the dining room table with some furniture polish, and that is it. Now we are ready to move on to the living room. Alright, now that we are done with the kitchen, I am ready to move on to the living room. The living room so often can become a dumping ground, so I'm gonna just tidy up, putting everything that's out back in its proper place. Now, if you're wondering what those two cardboard boxes are to the right there on the floor, those are my bunnies. I made her a hidey house, and the boxes are connected on the inside just to give her a little tunnel, and I've got a bunch of shredded brown paper in there for her, and she just loves it in there. She will spend hours upon hours in there. It's the cutest thing. And you know, we have not yet moved her bunny items into her little room yet. We're creating an entire bunny palace for her, and I'm gonna make a whole video for that. So hopefully these things will be moved out of the living room soon, but that's why it looks a bit cluttered in here right now. And then I just went ahead and I added some nuts to the table. It's always nice to have those out for guests during the holidays, and I'm gonna just switch over my advent calendar. And I also went ahead and got a little green festive blanket for my bunny to put on top of her cage. She is a prey animal, so they like to be covered. And now, before I move on to our master bedroom, I'm gonna just put some peppermint essential oil in my diffuser. It makes my whole home smell so delicious. And now we are ready to tidy up the master. Now basically what I'm gonna do in here today, since this is just like a holiday prep video, this isn't like a deep clean of each individual space, it's just, you know, really trying to get my home as tidy as possible before the holidays. So basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold all the blankets that are on the bed, and then I'm going to take all of the bed sheets off, and then I'm going to spray my bed with my homemade linen spray, and then I'm going to just tidy up the room. If there's any clean laundry that needs to be folded and put away, I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to go ahead and separate all of my dirty laundry so I could be doing laundry throughout the day as I'm prepping for the holidays. And I went ahead and I started my first load of laundry, and I just made sure to do my laundry as I was cleaning my house throughout the day, just to make sure that all of the laundry was done before the holidays. But I'm sure that after the holidays you have plenty of clothes to wash as well, so I would recommend while you're tidying up your house to go ahead and do the laundry as well, just to get that out of the way. And then I went ahead and I made some homemade peppermint body scrub. Now, when you have a full day of cleaning like this, I would recommend in the beginning of your day to make a body scrub. Make something that you can take with you to have a little spa night with at the end of the day, because most likely you're going to be really tired at the end of the day, and it's just nice to have a little something to pamper yourself with. And I will leave the recipe for this in the description box below for you as well, in case you're wanting a good body scrub recipe. Now I'm going to go ahead and tidy up our guest bedroom. This is also my husband's music room, so he has his keyboard in here, but I feel like there's always that one room during the holidays that becomes the dumping grounds where you like hide all the gifts and put all the excess stuff and just all of your arts and craft supplies, so I'm going to just tidy up in here. And then once you're all done tidying up your guest bedroom, what I would recommend for you to do is to go through some of the closets in your house that have gotten a bit out of control. This is my husband's closet. My husband is a firefighter and he is also a musician, but he's also a handyman. I mean, he has so many different giftings, and with those giftings come many different types of things, and so it has been quite a struggle for me over the years figuring out how to keep my home organized for him and keep all of his things organized. That is actually one of my goals for the new year, is going through each room of the house and just decluttering and getting every space completely organized in a way that functions the best for us, but also kind of makes sense because, like, I'll use this closet for example. In this closet, he houses all of his work uniforms, he also hunts, all of his hunting clothes, all of his like big winter jackets and things like that. But then on the top is where we house our beach towels, our beach mat, some of his music items, he also tunes pianos, so some of his piano tuning things. But I'm not like a huge fan of the labels I have in here, and throughout our home, it's like things are organized in different closets and different spaces, but it feels like everything is all over the place, and oftentimes it is hard for my husband to find things because of that. So I'm gonna hopefully get some better organization going in our home this holiday season, but for now I'm just tidying up this space. I also went ahead and tidied up our other hallway closet here, which is like a cleaning closet. There are so many different miscellaneous items in here though, some of our bulk items that we get at Costco. So this is another closet that is in desperate need of a makeover that I will be doing in the new year, so stay tuned for that. But I did just tidy it up a bit in here just to, make me feel a little bit better about the space. And one way that you can tidy up any closet space is just by emptying it out completely and then throwing away anything you don't need anymore and keeping things that you do want and then reorganizing them back into your closet space. You don't have to buy anything new to do this. You can even just clean out your closet space after it's emptied out, and that way you have a nice, clean, newly organized space and you don't have to spend any money to do that. And I also went ahead and organized our guest bathroom closet as well. Now, like I've been saying, this isn't like my ideal, how I would want it to ultimately be organized. Everything is so randomly spread out throughout my home. But I am going to be working on that, like I've said several times. I think I just keep saying it because I'm really looking forward to that. Alright, now that all of my hallway closets and my guest bathroom closet is organized, I'm going to go ahead and do a bit more laundry. Like I said before, while you're cleaning, just kind of keep up with the laundry. So, every few hours, just go check on it. Alright, now that the laundry is almost all the way done and I have the master bedroom tidied and the guest bedroom and the closet spaces in the hallway as well as the guest bathroom closet, about this time the dishes were totally cleaned, so I just put those away, and now I'm going to just make a meal. I'm going to do a bit of meal prep because, as we all know, during the holidays things can get really busy, and sometimes it's just nice having a meal on hand to eat when you are on the go and you don't necessarily have time to cook a meal. So I'm going to just throw about 5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast into my Instapot, and while that cooks, I'm going to empty out our freezer completely. I'm going to wipe it down and I'm going to reorganize everything back into the freezer. I like to clean my fridge once a week, but oftentimes the freezer kind of gets neglected, and so just being able to go through everything also gives me a good idea of what we have in stock and what I need to stock up on. And then while the chicken continues to cook, I'm going to go ahead and cut these zucchinis. I like to just take the ends once I cut them off and rub them on either side of the zucchini, and that just extracts all of the bitterness from it. And then once I cut them in half, I'm going to just scrape out the insides, because with this chicken that I'm cooking, I'm going to be making barbecue chicken zucchini boats. So once that's done, I go ahead and I shred all of my chicken. I put half of it in the bowl, and then I'm going to put the other half of the shredded chicken into a Ziploc freezer bag, and I'm going to freeze that. That way on a cold day I can thaw it out and make some homemade chicken veggie soup. And basically all I did with this shredded chicken was I added some barbecue sauce to it, and then I put it into the zucchini boats, and I added some shredded cheese. And now I have a couple of casserole dishes of meals ready to go for the holidays that I could just pop in the oven when we want to eat it. So that's just a little tip. If you're tidying up your house, go ahead and make like a super easy Instapot casserole dish meal like I just did, and put it in your fridge, and that way that's one less thing you have to worry about. Now, since it is the holidays, I'm also going to be making some of my favorite keto cookies. This is actually my husband's recipe that he got from a friend, and these are just amazing. I will have to do a separate video showing you guys how to make these because they're just delicious. I love them so much. They're sugar-free, but they don't taste like they're sugar-free. I feel a little bit guilty every time I eat them. So yeah, if you have time and grace for it, I would say go ahead and whip up a batch of your favorite cookies, and that's just a nice little treat to have on hand, especially if any guests come over, you have something nice to give them. Now, while those cookies are baking, I'm going to go ahead and sweep and mop the kitchen. Now, I'm not going to sweep and mop the entire home, just the kitchen, because I feel like throughout the holidays that gets the most traffic, and so my kitchen was the floors were pretty dirty, so they needed a good sweeping and mopping. But honestly, once all of that is done, you're gonna feel so much better about your home. I mean, I was able to tidy up my kitchen, my living room, our bedroom, the guest bedroom. I was able to organize some closet spaces, and I was able to get all of the laundry done and the dishes cleaned and put away. So this is a pretty good day. You know, it's not a super detailed cleaning and organizing of the whole house. Like I said, it was just a tidy up, but this will, hopefully help motivate you to tackle the next big project that we have, which is putting away all of the Christmas decor. But yes, I hope that you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I hope that you have a wonderful New Year's, and until next time, I love you guys so much. Bye.